And then punk happened in the late 70s, which made the standard rock group seem passé.
The punk stuff, as opposed to what Queen did, they were coming from two different points of view. You know, it was anarchy on one side and monarchy on the other.
NME was one of the most vocal proponents of punk. We were taking, if you like, music icons at that time, and we were rubbishing them, basically. So it was thought that we should interview Freddie Mercury in particular, and they asked me to go over to a house in Knightsbridge owned by John Reed. And there's Freddie sitting on the patio, and the whole house was very ostentatious, it's got to be said.
We did an interview here with the NME, and, you know, we were very nice to the guy. I had a butler, we gave him lunch.
There was a butler, there was a bodyguard, there was probably other people, you know, going around with feather dusters and what have you.
And then the story came out slagging off Freddie.
Freddie Mercury, when the whole of the punk new wave movement was going on around him, had focused in on something that was kind of a bit of an alien concept in some ways, which was ballet.
I just feel that there are sort of balletic moments in our sort of repertoire.
One of the things that he said to me was that his mission in life was to bring ballet to the masses.
Well, when the NME piece came out, Freddie was furious. They called him a prat. You'd be furious.
I think we realised that talking to the press gets you nowhere. You might as well sort of paint a target on your head and go, you shoot me.
We all have our ups and downs, and we all have our limitations, and we all know that there are certain things you can't do. But, I mean, I don't want some arsehole critic to tell me that.
I love posing. That's for the press.
Well, we met the Sex Pistols in Wessex Studios, and I thought it was fascinating.
Can you imagine? It was just the whole thing about punk rock and anti-establishment all coming under one roof.
Sid came in, and Sid was a moron, you know, he was an idiot.
One day we were in the control room, and Fred was sat at the desk, and suddenly we heard this voice, and it was Sid Vicious who'd come in, and he was clearly the worse for wear. And he called into the room, "Have you succeeded in bringing ballet to the masses yet?" Fred went up and took him by the lapels and pushed him out the door.
I think Sid actually spoke first and said, "Of course you're Freddie Mercury, aren't you? You're bringing ballet to the masses, right?"
I called Sid Vicious, I called him Simon Ferocious or something, and he didn't like it at all. I said, "What are you going to do about it?" And he had all these very well, he was very well marked, you know, so I said, "Did you really, you know, make sure you scratch yourself in the mirror properly today, and tomorrow you're going to get something else?" He hated the fact that I could even speak like that.
Right. Then,
so we went, I think we survived that test.